Welcome back to Tattletale's RPG, where the table may indeed be virtual, but you are welcome back at the Tattletale's RPG, where the table may indeed... It's hideous. Oh, it was awful.
Burning with fire.
It was awful. I could hear the children screaming. Speaking of the children screaming, though, why is the Novo chat not on? Why are you not working, Novo chat? Where is Novo chat? I much desire to speak with him.
Is the chat for Novo is basically his own personal Novo canon?
Essentially, for fuck's sake. Either way, we are back with Warhammer Age of Sigmar, The Broken Binding. And where last we left off, the party have investigated deep into the crypts below the city of Loma Dross, having gone out of your way to try and help the young girl, Janora Wallow. I know I just got that name wrong, that's incredibly annoying, but Janora's the main part. Having gone out of your way to try and help Janora, you found hidden underneath the grave quarter hideous crypt ghouls who appear to be guarding an ancient bronze gate. However, you chose not to come into contact or conflict with these crypt ghouls, which is a very good idea, considering there was an objective fuck ton of them. Instead, you have made your way back into the city proper, and are now, I believe, en route to speak with the Raven Priests of Mordor. But before you do so, XP has been awarded, and you are... Come on, pencil working. And you are on way to the bathhouses, because someone wanted a beach episode. As we left off last week, you were due for some rest and relaxation, and as you entered into Grace Violetta's Bathhouse of Grace, the doors swung open and you entered through the howling wind and rain, able to see in front of you a large swimming pool filled with money, with drops, the magical currency of this realm. And so, yeah, you have... This is yours to play with, essentially. Don't steal the water. But as you sort of enter, there's a smile and a wave from the house, the owner of the house, a young sort of Arabic-looking lady in a pink sort of sashi gown, who glances over at you. Ah, newcomers! Welcome and hello! What can we do you for?
I think these ones are looking for a little bit of respite for at least a small time. Yeah, unwind after a rough day, you know.
Right, you are. Well, you've come to the right place.
Tree needs watering.
Ah, we've got a Sylvaneth with you, have we?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. Well, if he'd like to just come step to the side, we do have specific stations for the oakenly inclined. And she sort of puts down a silver bowl for Karma, who scrabbles over and starts chewing at like some little gristly meat. And she leads Brendil off to a side room where he is being treated, essentially. Being, getting a good soak.
That dead bark being stripped from between his toes.
Yeah, proper little natural sort of...
Get a happy ending, I see.
Perhaps some water nymphs to help out, perhaps.
Why is that what?
Why is my new pen not working? This is incredibly annoying. I want to make notes. But after a few moments...
The only difference between between us normal fleshy individuals and Brendil is when he says he's going to nut, an acorn drops.
Nice.
Sorry, I hate myself, but that was a good one for me.
That was pretty good. Violetta sort of steps to the side and she goes, right, well, there's no need to be modest. This place was expensive enough to build, so we may as well make the most of it. My name's Grace. I know you guys haven't been here before, but we can accommodate to all your needs here, whatever they might be. But right now we are technically shut. But I'll make the exception. But that's why we're a little not very excited at the moment. Is there anything specific anyone needs? Anything I can do to help?
I have no specific needs. Anyone else?
None from me.
Very good. One last thing I should mention then, for the sake of safety and everyone involved. The water here is, of course, magically enchanted. These are drops. Technically this is, and she sort of runs her fingers through the water of the bath, this is my life savings. As such, theft is not appreciated. Please do not drink the water. Please do not attempt to steal the water. And should anyone urinate in the water, you shall never do so again. Is that clear?
Yes, mate.
Zetzel, yeah, is that clear?
Yeah. My dear, you mentioned the waters are enchanted.
Yes, indeed.
How?
They were blessed.
Freya would be very straight-faced at this.
Completely oblivious to the hostility, she goes, "Oh, well, it's very exciting. They were blessed by the priestesses of Mordra, sorry. When I applied for my custom and my permit to build my bathhouse, about 7 years ago now, the priestesses were kind enough to perform a ritual of cleansing upon the water, and yes, to turn it into drops."
They're essentially made of this. There's like a small file of,
It's
of
money,
drops.
you will know what it is.
It's the same stuff as this. Which does have its own healing properties, if I recall.
It
So
certainly does. Obviously, this is it is best healed when consumed. But like I say, please do not consume the water. I'm not made of money. But bathing in it will alleviate muscle cramps, pains, cuts. We get a lot of soldiers, people on rotation, come through here. So like I say, it should help. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll see what I can do, okay? Then she sort of goes off to a side table where she starts sort of writing down, "By the way, can I have everyone's names?"
Yes. I'm called Arias. My full name would be a bit much to write down, so just Arias works.
All right, very good, thank you for a 1 hour session in the tub. And yourself, lovely lady with the red hair?
Witch Hunter Freya.
Witch Hunter Freya. Is that 3 names? Witch, middle name Hunter, last name Freya?
The definite article, my dear.
I see. And you see she writes down Witch Hunter as your first name, Freya as your second, and then under title, instead of Miss, Mrs. or Mr., she puts TDA. She sort of turns, all smiles, and looks at Krag. "Master Duardin?"
I must ask before. Is this a charge service?
Yes, it is.
It's been a pleasure.
If it is of assistance to your vials, it is a charge service of an honor system.
Freya would grab the collar as Crag goes to leave. I believe it was one of your ideas to attend this establishment. Stick around,
Honor, you
Crag.
say?
Indeed, as you can see, my business quite literally runs off of drops. as such, I do not charge drops and deprave people or deny people the ability to bathe here. Simply, when you are ready and done, please pour what you think is fair into the pool.
I see. The name is Prague.
Ah, thank you, Krog. And you see she writes it down carefully. Grogson, pleasure. And the delightful Seraphon?
As the attention is turned to Zetzel, you would see he's kind of frozen in place, kind of staring up towards the ceiling.
Master Seraphon, may I help you? Do you require medical attention?
And I was like, Zetzel, are you well?
Yeah.
Zetzel. He would go to shake.
As you step,
I answer.
As Zetzel says, I answer. From behind him, a phosphorus white light begins to just ignite. Just this pulsating.
Alarmed enough, Freya would take out her repeater pistols, not point them at Zetzel,
Please, no
but be
weapons.
prepared.
Please, no weapons.
I'm not being paid to deal with this.
Zetzel will turn and start approaching the portal. As he does, his body, it seems like it's cracking as like sunlight, as his body changes from being flesh and blood. It starts becoming starlight again.
Oh dear, it would appear that we are no longer coalescing. If everyone could please step back, it would seem like our Lindy friend is about to ascend into heaven. Have a lovely trip, Mr. Zetzel, sir.
And Zetzel will pass through, answering the summon
Just
of his grandmaster.
leaves.
Yeah, no, just.
I must go. My people need me.
You see, Grace sort of looks at the portal.
First time, is it?
Grace sort of looks at the portal. Well, that was odd.
Tell me, my dear, what made you open a bathhouse?
I have a passion for people, friendships. There's no place that talks like a bathhouse.
We aren't just moving on from that, are we? Hang on.
Listen.
Well, it actually started with my
Elias.
sister.
My inference, my dear, that you are not
We can
questioning
discuss
the.
this later.
My inference, my dear, that you are not questioning the rather large portal that a friend of mine just walked through.
Arias, just do the smart thing. Let's go walk away.
Well, I'm not questioning
We
it.
shall discuss about this.
You see all sorts in this line of work.
Krog, I'm going to be honest with you for a second. I don't think I'll be getting into the bath. I am not comfortable in removing my armor at this point.
In the nicest way, this bitch has enough money to buy Lethis itself.
Ooh.
I don't.
David will be here in 10. Lesson. He says, I'll be there in 10. The nap got the better of me. Respect, honestly.
It's not that, Krog. I'm not going to risk my belongings. We know.
100%.
If it makes you feel any better, Arias, I will watch over your belongings. I have no intention of going in there.
Does anyone intend to
In the
bathe?
nicest way, if no one's going to go in, why the fuck did we come here?
Oh, there was
It wasn't even my suggestion.
Whose suggestion was it?
You see, this is on the other side. She's sort of looking at you with a little bit of confusion. The waters are nice, and she sort of steps towards the edge of the water. Were you looking for some of the other services? Listen, we're used to having nervous gentlemen here, but please be frank.
I'd personally not like to be a policeman, thank you.
We get many members of the guard here. My sister doesn't come around as much, but her husband's been here once or twice. So we do get members of the guard.
It is truly no issue, I promise you there. Is there any specific areas to, derobe?
Yes, of course, please find yourselves a changing room, and you will be perfectly pleasant and attended to.
Perfect.
We have one other patron in at the moment. He is currently up in the lounge area. Just, go say hi if you want, but just be wary of our other patrons, thank you.
I'll find a compromise for her.
The tension.
Freya would approach Grace.
Hello, dear.
Hello. It is the activities that I am not interested in. It is
this way.
The company you have a selection
It's a window, guys.
For fuck's sake.
It doesn't look like a window initially.
Dwarf, that is a window for light. Go round the other direction.
I am on the other side. What are you talking about?
Well done.
This window seems oddly pervy.
This place is also a brothel. I thought that was made pretty clear.
It isn't the activities that I find unattractive, my dear. It is the selection of individuals you have revealed.
What selection? What are you on? What?
Who do you have as an option, my dear? And Freya would almost smirk at her. I haven't seen the menu.
Most of my employees are currently away, I am afraid. Like I said, you have come at a rather unfortunate time. We have a number of girls and boys who would be more than willing to accommodate your needs. But most of my girls are, or men, and she sort of looks at you, gauging, are appointment only. However, there are certainly a number of... Oh, there's Rowdy. I forget there's no door there. People do come here for liaisons.
Who opened that door?
That door, there's no door there. It's just that this is the like a sauna pit. It's a hot stone pit. And she sort of glances back at the gentleman who sat there, and she goes, "If you require immediate release, perhaps approaching and propositioning Mr. Goman would be an option. He is a travelling salesman who is in town for the week.
Well,
failing that, there is Streamer Steve, the creep with the camera in the corner."
And how do you treat your patronage? Like
In what regard do you mean?
Like they are always correct? No?
The customer is, of course, always right, but the customer is usually also a moron. And so, let me put it very clearly, any mistreatment or mishandling of my employees will be dealt with the utmost prejudice.
You misunderstand me, my dear. My tastes are far and broad. So, yes.
Do you intend to...
The individual in the distance is a most attractive proposition, but only with company. And she would wink at Grace.
Oh, you can be quite open about that. There is nothing at the house that is not available.
Oh, for goodness sake, you are rather dense, aren't you, my dear?
I'm sorry, what?
You are dense, aren't you, my dear?
Food?
I was offering to include yourself.
In what?
by all that is holy for Sigmar.
You wish to pray together?
Well, I can make you see the fucking gods. How about that?
He wishes to smash you.
Do you want to smash, my dear?
Oh, sure. Just remember, it's an honor system.
Sometimes.
Violetta had like an intelligence of 7 at the best of times.
My dear, let us go into the adjoining room, and as you so rightly say, payment is performance-based.
It is indeed. Unfortunately, the adjoining room has the tree in it. Please follow me to my quarters. And we fade to black.
I was also going to go for the rowdy one.
Oh, you want to go speak with
It
him?
was three-way.
Three-way.
Oh, okay. Grace, make a persuasion roll.
Fucking God.
Hit them with your guile, boy.
Make a guile for me. You do need 1/6 because Grace is not attracted to this man. Fuck.
Yep.
What do you say to the poor woman?
I honestly tried, Leo. I'm sorry, I can't.
I know. I tried as well. So hard.
What's that problem?
My dear, as you are clearly devoted to pleasing your patronage,
I am.
both the delicacy of your own and the harsh outline of this individual would be pleased.
Well, he's not my usual type, but yes, why not? Personally, I prefer them a bit chunkier.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There are certain advantages to the larger individual, but we've got
Oh,
to
no,
give
no,
them...
no. Chunky as in broad, but not large. The 2 dwarven gentlemen who own the tavern would be much more my kind, were they not, of course, homosexual.
They are not... Yes, they are not your kind, my dear. But no,
It's weird.
my point being, let's get down to business.
I see. As you sort of enter, he looks around and looks at you coming in, and you can see that he's like reading Sigmar Weekly, dressed in just like a bathrobe from the waist down. He looks up to see, have you like gotten changed at all, or are you still like in combat levers?
No, she's entering the door clearly dressed as a witch hunter, but that van brace is slowly coming off.
He looks up and he goes, "Oh, can I help you?"
Seeing the copy of Sigmar Weekly, you need to repent, boy.
Who told you?
It is obvious. And it is
What?
time...
Make an intimidation check. You need 1-2 up because there's stuff going on here that you don't know, and it's very funny. He has immediately panicked, and you realise he thinks you know something you don't know.
You need
Like
to
you said, you need to repent, and he's gone shit.
And as he says shit, the rest of her chest piece falls off.
He sort of goes, "You're not a copper, are you?"
Oh yes, proper, but off duty.
Oh. Violetta sort of leans around. Nice tits. Anyway, this woman wants to fuck you. And, well, I'm joining in, I guess. He sort of looks from one to the other, and he goes,
Like, what above fucking savory?
Alright. Sure. He just stands, towel drops. And we fade to black. Liam, roll me a... First things first, roll me a dexterity check.
A dexterity check.
Out of curiosity, considering how he was portrayed, is Streamer Steve just sitting on the corner watching in?
Yeah, no, he doesn't see anything. He's a very, he's a professional. He just sticks the camera around the corner and zooms.
What is your difficulty, my good sir?
Let's see. You're dealing with Violetta, and you don't even know this guy's name, do you?
Don't need it.
Um,
Not yet.
To be fair, Grace did specifically call out his name.
Yes, his name is Rowdy Goman. If you ever need it. Let's make it. Just roll me. I want to see how many 4-ups you get.
Give me a weird way to introduce Pat's new character.
Honestly, can you imagine? I should have done that. That was so funny. 1 success. Okay, that's for dexterity. Physically, it's possible.
What?
Right.
See how far you stretch as he whips out his club.
Jesus. Violetta will help, so that's 1 success for you. Violetta will
What, the stretching or
join.
the roll?
Will join with a athletics check, and grants an additional 1, which means in order to make this satisfactory, he needs 2 successes on his survival check.
He has a heart attack and dies.
Hey, I'm speaking from experience here. He succeeds. It is. We fade to black, and we just listen to the sounds of a very happy character. Alright.
Very happy camper.
Streamer Steve, we just slowly zoom into Streamer Steve's face as he goes, nice. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Anyway, everyone else, please. George.
So yeah, Jacob and George, now that my threesome's in progress, what are you doing?
You can just hear the sound of haddock from across the...
The fleshy sounds
Grace
of...
knew she was a whore.
Like,
It makes sense you got to get it out your system somehow, but... Christ, Liam, we're barely 5 minutes into the session.
I warned you, Bob,
No,
that
you
I would
didn't.
romance that I would fuck every possible character in your campaigns. I have warned
Good luck
you on
getting the
multiple
PCs.
occasions.
It's going to be really fucking dark when we get to the Goodest Boy campaign. Oh, hey Novo.
right. Okay. Now that I've managed to bring myself back into reality for a second. Right. Fucking honestly, is this truly all that Freya came here for? And she the one suggested that we come here?
It's Krog.
So, well, all I'm saying is, if she wants to smash, she can smash. Just as long as it's on her fucking dime.
You know, I would have thought that she was the kind to have a lover. I really did.
Yeah, just at least 17 on the go.
Christ!
Was
Hey,
that not-
listen, I don't discriminate against that.
Is that
Out
your
of character, I've got to get
comment?
Out of character, I've got to get something out of my system before that hot ass fucking heretic arrives.
Oh, fucking.
I'm actually gonna quickly roll a fortitude check here for Rowdy. He fails. Liam, I'd like you to roll me a luck check to see who he is inside currently.
Another fucking god!
Does he cream pie?
5.
That is you. Please roll me a...
Fertility
What's the
check.
roll for pregnancy? Yeah. Roll me a nature check. Roll me a nature check.
DN.
It's not easy.
not
People have to take a lot of
kosher.
supplements. 1 5-up.
Poor
Cool.
Pat.
Oh
You're pregnant.
no!
We'll deal with that when we get to it.
Oh no!
Hey, listen. Arias,
I always
What?
said if I was a woman, I'd be pregnant a lot.
Anyway,
in
hey
the
David.
nicest way, the sounds have slowly stopped, so I think they're finished.
There we go. Yeah,
That
I
was
live.
impressive, let's be honest. I've never
Yep.
seen someone last 15 seconds before.
We haven't even gotten in the bath yet.
I know. It's impressive.
Well, I'm not going to strip down out of my armor for this. I'll just enjoy the water for what I can, I suppose.
Now just walk in with your armor. Listen, I've built my shit to be waterproof, so it doesn't get into the fucking things.
Thematically, all you hear from the distant room is, "Woman, you're supposed to stop after I release!"
He says, no, Rowdy Groman would just be crying and saying thank you. But let's back to George and Jacob. At this point as well, Brendiel would awaken where he's got the full treatment. Like his bark is being cleaned. He's being looked after. Nothing sexual, that's just Liam. But
yeah, Krog.
Curious where, this door leads and this one.
I assume it's...
Although I can guess where this one is, considering the noise.
Ugh.
You're having a look around.
Yeah.
We're nosy.
He's gonna stop us.
The great outdoors.
Fair enough. Make a... I need a search. So make me a survival check, or awareness, actually, would be better.
Yeah.
I'll give you the help action, Jacob, on this one.
Cool. Just normal full one?
Please.
Pass with 3 additional successes.
Nice. As you're sort of looking around, no one's actually been in the bath yet, which is just weird for a lot of you. But you do notice out of your corner eye that there is actually a figure in the bath, seemingly just at the bottom, floating.
Someone drowning themselves in money.
It does look a bit like that. They are at the very bottom of the bath, completely submerged.
Can we see where?
Slap bang in the center. I'm quickly updating the token because it's being a pain in my ass.
I'm gonna use the stairs. Fuck, jumping in.
Yeah, if I know better than to do that.
The figure in there appears to be conscious, as you move towards the water, the eyes flick to you. But the eyes are simply pearly white. There is no, sight to them. The figure is seemingly blind. Pat, would you like to introduce your character, please? Oh, for a second, there's the token not working.
Yep. As you enter, Durian will rise out of the water. Yes. Nagrin.
Oh, but you're fine. Apologies, I thought we saw someone drowning themselves in money. One hell of a way to...
How would one drown themselves in this water?
You would recognise an Idenef Deepkin, I think.
I think I've seen it.
Albino, haunting.
I've seen your lot before. Makes sense, now thinking about it. Well met, stranger. I do apologise for disturbing you.
Knowing your kind, if you want something saltier, there's the bedroom back there. Just follow the noise.
Yes, your compatriot seems very passionate.
Yes, and I don't think they learned to close the door.
There's no door.
What door?
Oh,
It's just a stone archway.
by Sigmar.
All you hear from the back of it, "Yes, this is all about teamwork."
Right. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not going to forget those tits.
You're one of the Stormcast, yes?
yes, Stormcast Eternals.
Apparently they can
Arise.
blush.
Perhaps we can be aiding each other. I realize I'm doing a really bad accent here.
Not another sex scene.
I'm sorry to say, I think I was married.
I do not mean in that way. You are a great warrior, yes?
I like to pride myself in such, yes. I am Questor.
Oh God.
And he's
It's me fixing it, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
He
name was.
rotated, attacked, left.
Yeah, the name was
No,
also wrong.
I'm not going to be able to keep up the accent.
That's okay. Take
That's
your time.
I like myself an Irish Idoneth.
Yep. Raiders from the Sea. Let's do it.
Go full Scandinavian. Don't hold back.
I hunt an endless spell. I could do with a warrior or two to help me in capturing it. I am only in this bathhouse. As you can see from my wounds, I was unsuccessful.
What caused such wounds, needing you to completely submerge yourself?
As I said, the endless spell broke free from a foolish wizard.
It sounds like you were dabbling too far above your own grade.
I would never be so foolish, Nagarin. I was sent. My people entrusted me to hunt it down.
And as such, you're seeking warriors to assist you in such a matter.
Indeed, it has grown powerful since it was first created.
Okay. And of your... I suppose of your ilk, what would you You're clearly magically inclined, I guess the best way to put it, as I would define myself as a knight questor amongst mine, what would you call yourself?
I am a tidecaster.
Can I do a...
I wield the magics of the deep.
Could I do a lore check at all, just to kind of gauge like the like what's like actually like the power of a tidecaster? You know, like through just experience and years
definitely.
of.
Give me a little lore check. Just 2 4-ups. Because you're not super familiar with these guys.
Yeah. I've only got 2 dice. Let's do this.
Anything?
Failed, but by missing 1.
Fair. You know that tidecasters are like priests of the sea. You know that they channel oceanic power. You don't know how. But that, you know that they're water-based, at the very least.
Well, Von Gulvar, you say you want warriors, but what is someone with a sword to do against a spell?
As I said, containment. It takes time to unbind an endless spell.
And
I
you
need
expect
distraction.
people to sacrifice their lives?
If you're a warrior worth your salt, your life will not be sacrificed.
It's
You see-
at this moment as well that Brendil, you would rejoin the party from where you were having treatment.
I think the best way to put it is not my current duty. What do I call you, by the way?
Dranian.
Dranian, Rias Realm Walker. It is not that I wish to turn you down out of ill will. Perhaps an arrangement can be made. This party, is attempting themselves to become soulbound. They have been chosen, and as such they need to prove themselves. If, at very least in my case, I'm to entertain the idea of helping you perhaps you could join us in our attempt to become in their attempts to become soulbound. You help us, I'd be more than willing to help you. As long as our goals align and it does not deter me from my quest, I see why we couldn't.
I feel like it would be just to also include the rest of the party in this conversation.
The rest of the
Let me go
party
get
is
our
busy. I think as you go grab the slaughter 4, that's when they finish. As you can see, I have applied the restrained and prone condition to Rowdy, charmed to Grace, and poisoned to Freya.
Poisoned? Wow!
I guess that's what being pregnant classes as.
Agreed, Stormcast. I will lend you my aid, and you lend me yours.
Well, at that point, it is only a matter of convincing the rest of the binding. I myself am not going to be part of it in the same sense. I'm on a quest to protect them until told otherwise, you understand. But if such a thing is going to prove a challenge in our future endeavors, I most certainly would be inclined to help deal with it. But speaking of the rest of the binding, or binding to be, behind you, over there, is Brandiel, our Sylvan F. She can introduce herself now that she's finished. As like he would gesture to Freya.
Ah yes, the passionate one. So eager you could not wait to get a private room.
Looking at Pat's character, correct me if I'm wrong, they are considered heretics to witch hunters.
My AOS law is betraying me here. Probably they don't worship Sigmar, they're the children of Teclis. They're better than the alternative.
I think it's like of the same ilk as like there is an acknowledgement that different people believe in different gods. The Ideneth aren't chaos, so suspicion. But I think they're also known raiders.
The Ideneth are raiders, yes.
Oh yeah.
Again, Ideneth fall under order the same way the Daughters of Cain do.
They
I
want
think it's as long as they're not actively trying to fuck around.
Yeah.
They don't need to find out.
Yeah, they want cities, they want civilization. So
A pleasure to meet you.
Everyone's just stood in the fucking bath, you weird people.
Watercaster.
What do you mean? She's naked. I didn't give her time to get changed.
I'm not making that token. I could, but I'm not. I might.
Yes, I've got two nipples pointing at north and southeast.
Christ.
Jesus.
I guess that's how the unky body looks.
Yes, Mr. Gorman will be atoning for a while.
What a crap, I think my knob's gonna fall off.
I'd like to apologize, Miss Violetta, was it?
Why?
Is there going to be an additional surcharge for Freya, considering the leakage currently in the pool?
She sort of looks
Jacob! Jacob! That is vile!
That's grim. Freya, roll a...
It wasn't my choice to be in the bath.
No,
thank you.
roll a,
I was put there,
an
thank
entertain check. Roll me an entertain check. You need at least 1 4-up.
Serious conversation here. I don't want to keep learning about fucking.
With 3 successes, Violetta smiles. Try to keep the waters from getting too dirty, but they do. they're used to it. They keep themselves clean. As for the additional services, no charge.
Freya would glance at Grace. I did not know that an owner of a bathhouse could be equally as engaging. You learn something new every day.
If you'd like to learn some more, maybe you could take me out for a drink.
Now that is an offer. But another time, my dear.
Of course.
This individual requires my attention for now, but
Liam
you will not be forgotten about
so
romanticizing
quick, I see.
everyone he fucking can in this campaign. Or any campaign at the
Moving on
moment.
so quick, I see.
And I was like hearing Krog's comment, like, yep, nope. It's kind of to collapse out of the
You are fucking vile, Jacob, for even thinking of that.
I will stress that the waters are healing waters, and as such...
I know.
I'm no longer preggers!
What do you mean they're
No.
healing? If anything, that's going to help stop any bad things from happening to that child.
No, personally, I'm more of a fan of Novo's suggestion of finally a kid to give to the crypt ghoul.
I'm trying to RP with Pat here. All of you can fuck off.
Are you?
Ideneth, please elaborate. Meets the binding. Freya, put some clothes on.
If you want to see the bind,
Shall we discuss this somewhere else? No apology. Truly, I apologize for any potential mess here.
No, not at all. This
apologise.
is
Pay the nice
this
woman.
is what this is. Please,
Enough.
remain,
Craig.
relax, rejuvenate. I shall go get the kettle on. And
Freya
this
would
is the
lose-
place for this sort of thing. And she
Freya would
goes
lose
in.
her Freya would lose her patience. Crag, Orias, if you want to see the binding, go into that other room. He is bound and ready.
Alright, that was funny.
Oh,
Alright,
Christ.
fine.
He's sort of
Cool.
Rowdy Goldman sort of limping past. Oh. Looks
I'm about
over
to
at
grab him and put him in the pool.
looks over at Freya. I love you.
Radiant
Continues on.
will use just like a flick of his wrist to cleanse the waters. Very
The
adept
waters are
with
self-cleansing. The waters are
Random.
self-cleansing.
Stop it!
Right.
I'm
I must ask.
trying to RP.
Alright, is this how witch hunters normally get rid of possessions?
Oh, the fuck should
Oh
I
my
know?
god! Oh.
Anyways,
You guys think you've got it bad? That was genuinely an important NPC.
Yeah, and now he's on our side.
Yeah,
no,
true.
no,
Now
no.
he's motivated.
Jacob, he's not on our side at all. He's on my side, thank you.
No, he's on his back, thank you.
Christ.
Anyway,
moving swiftly
back to my
on.
RP. Back to my RP between Pat and myself. Thank you. Not the snail trail.
Moving on.
Anyway, a pleasure to meet you, Watercaster. What? I overheard a small bit, something about an eternal spell. What is
It
this spell?
it is a new creation. However, it did break free, and now it's plaguing the lands around. As a gesture of goodwill, I was sent by my conclave to clean up the mess. However, as I was explaining to your minders, I require more bodies in order to trap it.
What did you say the nature was of this spell? What was the specific result you were trying to achieve?
As I said, it was not my spell.
Okay, to be more specific, Whether it was your spell or not, do you at the very least know the nature and result of the spell? I think it's best we understand its characteristics.
All I know is the husks it leaves behind. I've been following the trail of bodies.
This will be an interesting tale. But I, at the very least, thought it'd be a best idea, especially those who are going to become soulbound. Randiel, Freya, Krag. Perhaps if he is wanting our assistance in the matter, perhaps he can also assist us. At the very least, assist you all in becoming soulbound. Maybe, if so inclined, he may want to become soulbound himself. There is a great deal to be earned from it. At the very least...
Whilst I would ordinarily object to one who does not, no offense, friend, become touched by Sigmar, this one approaches in a manner that does not normally befit his kin. He approaches sociably and without prompt. He should, I quite agree, at least be heard out.
And by the nature of your quest, Ideneth, you said yourself that you are proficient with the arcane.
Indeed.
I'd be truthful in saying that is a matter in this binding we are sorely lacking. Is someone who knows the arcane to a more knows how to use it extent, as opposed to just unbinding. I think it's a valuable skill set. I can at least vouch for that much.
Then our skills will complement each other. As I said before, I am willing to agree to the terms. I shall aid you, and you shall aid me. And perhaps over the course, I would be interested in finding out more about this soulbound.
I have some small experience in dealing with such bound spells you have referred to. They do not refer to our abilities of Bane of the Witch for nothing.
Honestly, where was this endless spell released?
It was released in the seas. It has since come across the coastal towns and has reached Alethis.
So an endless spell has reached Well...
Can I double check one thing with you, Bob? Just... because it is important.
Incan. Oh, I see your messaging. No stress.
Yeah, I message it just... Okay.
Randiel, you've been silent. Your thoughts
At
on
the
the matter?
moment...
Oops, sorry, Pat.
No.
Wait, at the moment, the spell is being chased by a gargant. I cannot deal with both at the same time.
We're thinking to... This wouldn't happen to be a undead gargant by any chance, would it?
Indeed. Have you come across it?
We intended to chase out, to pursue, and did we know it as a what type of gargant it was, or just an undead gargant?
It was an ale guzzler, so it's just a generic. It's not one of the big ones. I mean, it's big, but it's not one of the big ones.
We are in pursuit of an ale guzzler gargant, and, well, to say the least, knowing that it's currently being pursued by a spell or is pursuing the said spell complicates the matter a little bit further. Brandiel, do you have any thoughts on the matter? You've been rather silent.
Just allowing these roots to relax for once. I'm in agreement. We need a mage or magic caster at the least. Whether they join the binding is their prerogative. But at the very least, assistance in handling that undead beast is much appreciated. The more hands on deck, the better.
So if you
I
can
have-
Your turns.
I happen to agree. However, one matter continues to elude me. Why was this spell of yours sanctioned in the first place?
It was not. The foolish youth tried to do more than he was capable of. He was the first victim of his own hubris.
The victim is dead, or
His husband
Courage.
fed the eels.
ah? And what did you manage to get out of this individual prior to his, or their, unfortunate end?
As I explained, the spell only leaves husk. There is nothing in them to answer your questions.
Well, perhaps not, but I would agree to assist you in turn for you to assist us. Our goals align, it seems. Unless there are pressing arguments against it.
I do not see why not. Perhaps it was fate, or by Sigmar's will, that this one comes to us. As such, I'm willing to accept it, as long as he does his part.
At the end of the day, as long as he proves useful, that's all that matters. Is that not wrong there?
Oh, I
Quite
will
right.
prove my
He's
worth,
up.
Margaret, as long as you can keep up.
Just don't go dying like our priest almost did.
Yes, the hounds are rather ravenous this time of year, it seems.
I'm going to the priest. I'm just going to throw them in.
They
Of
drown.
anyone who needs
In
healing.
full plate armor, they drown.
Of anyone who needs healing, I feel like it's a...
Is that one of your party as well?
Yes.
As long as a gust of wind doesn't hit them, yeah.
Boy, is it
Do
windy.
you want them to drown under the water?
Ah, they're fine. They're in lighter armor.
Mhm.
I think.
You realize it is only a little human, right? Plate armor is quite heavy to them.
So, as Catalina is held under the water by Karma the dog, you guys rest, recuperate. You may take downtime if you wish, or you may push on to try and deal with the Gargant.
I think we're going to deal with the Gargan and then take some downtime before George gets whisked away for a week.
Yeah, don't say those two words. Don't say downtime, because then I have to go fight something.
Could I just have control of my character?
Ready? Hang on. There you go. That should do the trick.
Alright, so he's stepping out of the water. I think. Madam, is it just pour our drops into the water as well, or is there another place you were wanting to?
No, please. This is the main event. So, if you found everything to your liking and the tea's okay, yes, please, just whatever you feel is okay.
Freya would go up to her and place a vial of 20 drops in her hand.
She
Well
smiles.
earned, my dear.
She smiles at that. Appreciated. I do enjoy my job.
Oh no. I am a witch hunter by trade and rather a jealous woman.
That's not that's bad.
Indeed.
You're very intimidating. Do you know that?
Well, you seemed into it with my clothes off, so don't worry about that.
They still are. And she sort of flicks your nipple.
Freya hops, skips, and jumps back to the back room and puts her clothes back on.
Granian will leave the bath, and in doing so, he's going to summon his staff to himself and cleanse the waters as payment.
The waters are cleansed. I've said this like 5 times. This is all drops. The waters clean themselves. They heal.
This is Aqua Garrus. This is money.
Yeah.
In which case, he'll pour out 20 drops into the pool as he leaves.
She sort of smiles and goes, "Appreciate it. I hope your wounds don't reopen. But if they do, you're more than welcome back, Mr. Deepkin, sir."
Indeed.
Alright, so they just step out of the pool and kind of. Dude, seemingly he still kept himself in this full plate.
Mm-hmm.
He would pour 15 in.
Appreciate it. She nods to you as well. My thanks. You are all very kind. I hope that you are able to achieve everything you wish to. Like I say, we're currently not as busy as we usually are, but if any of you do want to come back during our busier hours, you are most welcome.
Sure, we will.
Go on, Brandil.
Right.
Listen, we can have another soak soon, don't worry.
The first break I've had in a long time. Especially with such good water.
As you guys depart with your new ally in tow, where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
What was the farmstead where we were going to pursue the Gargant?
That was...
Bottom left of the map, I believe.
it was. That's Hadrick's farm. He's the brother-in-law to the chap whose wife died.
Yes, we had to be kept quiet on that one.
Yes, you didn't mention it, did you?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go back to the farm then?
Yeah, if all trails will start there, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? No. I want to go to bed.
Yeah, I don't mind what we do. I just need to know.
We've been up all night.
Do you need me to carry you to Arden? You can take a little
Typical
nap.
Nagrin.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
No, but they toss a human quite well, apparently.
Jesus.
Yeah. And what?
So, as you guys depart back into Loma Dross, you exit out towards the main gatehouse. But as you do, you see that the roads are beginning to close a little bit. And as you sort of make your way out towards the gatehouse across the green field that sort of is between the gatehouse and the city proper, you see a figure moving towards you with his hand raised. And you would actually recognize the the captain of the guard who you guys befriended. Haradra Dirge.
Well met,
Greetings.
Captain.
I think that's everyone.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, there's Liam. Brendil, that's who we're missing. Brendil. He sort of steps forward. Greetings, are we well?
As well as we could be. We're in pursuit of a gargant, it seems.
Ah, yes, that's what I was hoping you'd say. You are intending to take up the chase.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we had other matters that we needed to attend to quickly, but now we're ready to pursue that one with our full attention.
Fantastic. How did the other matters go?
Interesting, but successful.
I'm glad to hear it. Anything you wish to inform?
It is a matter that we would discuss with the priestesses first, before public knowledge, but make it be sound that you are, and neither is your town, in immediate threat.
That's the main thing that I wanted to hear. I'll be honest with you, the priestesses are in a bit of a rut. They're not happy. They're upset about something. But I thought I'd head you guys off, give you the good word, you know?
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
It is not a shock that they would be upset about something or other, but no doubt we will probably find out soon enough.
Inevitably, I'm sure. So, you really have to go fuck up this gargant?
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully just lead it away, because fighting it might be a bit more interesting than we're able to, but we'll see what we can do.
Yes, gargants are fickle things. At the very least, you piss one off, you'll be meeting the underside of its foot.
I've heard.
And I ain't heard anyone who's met the underside of their foot and lived.
No. Of course, that's what Alicia was looking into, but I thought maybe I'd come give you folks a hand. But if you don't need the guard, then we can be used elsewhere. But I thought I'd make the offer at the very least.
I would
I
not
appreciate the offer, but in the grand scheme of things, I feel it might be better for the guards to make sure the town is safe.
Yeah, no, that's our consideration as well. It was just more of a, I want to do something, you know? Not feeling like I can. Now I've prayed, taken time, the priestesses have been helpful. I want to fucking stab something, you know? And if we're going to go kill a gargant, you're going to need backup. You're not going to be able to do it by yourselves, or you bloody shouldn't.
I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm going to be as honest as I can with you, Captain. With everything that's just gone on, I understand you want to get back in the fight. But are you in the right mental headspace to do it right now? Or are you going purely off emotion here?
Eating. He looks at you. what's it matter? I'm here and I'm ready to fight. That's what we need to be concentrating on.
Because the matter simply is, if you're going in gung-ho, riled up by emotion, mistakes will happen, and mistakes will cost lives. I understand where you're coming from. This is why I'm asking, do you believe you are in the right headspace to take this logically?
I, make either intimidation, something along those lines. I'd like 1-5 up. Because he's clearly not in the right headspace.
Guile, kind of.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to intimidating, I'm trying to be supportive here.
Yeah, I'm fine with Guile.
Thank you.
What we got? Oh, nice. He sort of idly scratches Winston behind the ear. I just want that thing fucking dead. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
There isn't. But it's the headspace that you're going to be going into it. That's the only issue I see here.
Maybe
I
you're right.
understand the situation is a big one right now, and we're going to go and deal with it the best we can. I say this in solidarity here, but Captain, take some time for yourself, because that will be the best thing for your people, you to come back stronger than you have been.
He bows his head. There's wisdom in your words, Dwarden. And he looks up at Emmett. But I'll retake my post. And he opens the gates for you and goes inside. Alright. The militia will not come back you up just yet. So, you are headed to Thingamabob's farm, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Takes about an hour to get there, as we previously established, and as you arrive, it is about 4:30 in the afternoon. Moving through the realm of the dead via the travelled paths is much easier. Much easier. To the point where it's almost pleasant. Almost. Not completely, but almost. You're able to get out to the sides of Lomadros, and eventually you make it back to Hadrick's farm, where you find that it is getting not dark, not yet, but, tired. And Hadrick himself is out in his field, drenched in sweat, and you can see that he's pulling up stuff from the ground.
Is this house still looking like a complete fucking wreck, or is it
It's pretty rough. He's clearly got a bedroom made, and there's not a leak coming into that bit, but most of it is still missing. As he sees you approach, he sort of smiles, raises his hand, and goes, "Ah, my friend, good to see you back."
Well, Matt, we have come in pursuit of that bloody gargant again. This time we're able to give it our full attention. Make sure that hopefully that thing won't be bothering anyone again.
And we've got a new ally that may even be a bit more useful.
No, go on.
Right, good to hear. Sorry, it really we're hitting the end of my day, to be honest with you. I'm exhausted. And he sort of glances across. Sigmar, what's that doing here? As he looks across at Dryan. You're working with a raider?
If he raids
Dryan-
any of your stuff, we'll kill him. Don't worry. Introduce yourself.
Isn't even, he doesn't care about this mortal. He's looking around to see if there's any sign that the spell passed through here.
Make a channeling check. I need you to have 3 6s.
I do have something to help me with this.
Yeah.
I have Witch Sight. I put it through. Which means I do see magical energy.
Okay. We'll make it 1 6.
So channeling. 1 6 up.
Jesus.
3 successes.
George?
I'd ask you not to be too harsh on our newly acquired ally just yet. This is, I suppose, we can consider this a bit of a test to see if he's really committed to the cause. You know.
Judging by his actions, not his past.
So that's about that. It's more. Anyone knows of the Tidekin, you called?
You're quite lucky, mortal.
Aye. How do you figure that?
Just first of all, on those 3 successes, do I see traces of the spell?
Yes, definitely.
You're lucky you're not a mere husk.
Is that a threat?
Something much worse than a gargant passed by your farm.
What? What?
As I said, quite lucky.
I'm not particularly keen on this one's mysticisms and riddles. Speak plainly, fishman.
Well, Arias, that's another one that's not subtle.
Well, at least I've got nothing. Just
I think the best way I can translate this talk, it seems like the Gargant is chasing something. He's trying to find what it's chasing. That's to put in simple terms. We're gonna figure out what it's chasing, try to get rid of what he's chasing, and then maybe take down the Gargant as well. If not, redirect the Gargant away from here.
Listen, all I know is you guys have
good news.
promised. Yeah, sounds good. Look, as long as this one keeps his hands to himself, I'm sure everyone will get along well.
Exactly. Do you want to introduce yourselves to the poor man? Like, you know, you came up, looked for things, went and almost threatened him. At least be polite enough to introduce yourself.
Alright. And he sort of walks out across his field. Hadrick Bale, local farmhand.
As he gets that close, he does need to make a fear check, because I do resemble a corpse to him.
Jeez, well, he's gonna fail. Gets 1 success.
You have metal, mortal.
Aye.
I'm Iranian wild scale.
You are
Keep playing.
unnerving. Alright.
Of course.
He sort of holds his hand out to you. Name's Hadrick. Hadrick Bale. Former City Watch, now humble farmer, I guess.
Drenian will shake his hand. He does have a little quiet respect for anyone who can walk up to him and not be pissing themselves.
I'm glad the dice helped me there. Is it true you're after this gargant, or at the very least you're after whatever the gargant's after? Is it true?
Indeed.
Well, that'll do me. As you can see, the old gargant came crashing through here. Absolutely clobbered us. But, it's moved on now. I can point you in that sort of direction.
That'd be appreciated, as long as we know where to go.
Well, it
I'm
ain't
sure
subtle, I'll tell you that. It leaves tracks behind that you can jump in. So, you'll know where it's gone, I'm sure.
A question, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Just off the idea of like a wandering gargant, would I know if there's anything that normally tails a gargant per se?
Yeah, without needing to roll, you'd know that, like, often greenskins, trolls, just anywhere where there's destruction tend to just follow, you know.
You wouldn't have happened to have seen anything following this gargant? Perhaps any little, best way I can say is greenskins, the goblins, or perhaps maybe you've seen an orc following them.
No. As far as I can tell, it's a lonesome fella.
Well, that's good. I don't think we'll have to be dealing with any wandering tribes along with that then.
To be honest with you, mate, we haven't seen anything like that in a while. We used to get raiders out here, you know, the usual grizzlies. But, we haven't had anything in a little while.
Peacefully so, or suspiciously so?
I'd be so bold as to say suspiciously so now. Like, I know the city guard are good. My brother-in-law and my sister are both part of it, but I don't know. Don't seem right. We used to get a lot of, what are they called? The Ungor breed. I'm sure the lovely lady, who's glowing, Miss Freya. I'm sure she could tell me the scientific term for them, but the beastmen types. We used to get a fair bunch of them. Haven't seen them in a while. Or anything for that.
There are official terms, but I prefer the term target practice.
That doesn't narrow it down a lot of the time in my understanding, but point taken. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, these outer towns and outer cities were used to being raided. It's, you know, why I keep a sword kept a sword in my hobble. Can't say, I think I keep it under a rock now. But yeah, weird. These things usually keep showing up.
What direction did you say the gargant went in?
He turns and points north. Well, that way, out towards the seas.
That is a concern in itself, if it reaches the sea.
Here's hoping it falls off a feckin' cliff.
It wouldn't stop it.
Get it out of my hair.
Best we made tracks then. Do you reckon it... How far towards the sea is it, if we were to continue
Couple of
on
miles.
foot? So do we take the horse? Perhaps the gargant will see it as the next meal. Just thinking realistically here. Perhaps, like, is...
Then it can try me. But while it devours me, you can attack.
By Sigmar, what'd you say?
Nothing. No.
Right.
I'm a horse.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
Winston is like, he will be the BBEG of this campaign.
And is the
Well, Barry, the
true main
beast
character.
I wonder what armor I can make for Winston. More importantly, I wonder what weapons I can make for Winston.
And before Winston turns into a rogue assassin.
Horse dagger.
No, we wouldn't be able to keep up with the Gargant if we left Winston. I think it's best we took him with us. Just make sure that he's not picked up, grabbed, and taken away.
I would greatly appreciate that.
You think a Gargant can take out Winston?
You think anybody can kidnap Winston?
Or else, like, nervously, he's like, is it kind of like putting like rubbing his hand like around his abdomen and just thinking. It's like, yes, I don't think a Gargant could take out Winston.
Out of curiosity, where is Arias?
In the
He's
car,
underground.
clearly.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting the other maps made. Patrick goes, alright, I'll lead you a little bit of the way. Come on, my turnips aren't going to turn themselves. And
I'm so glad you
go.
guys
as you guys sort of saddle up onto the back of the car, Hadrick leads Winston, who he goes to take Winston's reins, and Winston turns and looks at him. Need not lead me, mortal. I walk unhindered.
You can take a horse by the reins, but you can't force it to walk.
Nobody makes this horse walk. I mean, nay. As you keep moving up through the roads, what Hadrick said echoes with you a little bit. It really is weirdly quiet. There should be attacks, Mongols, things like this taking place. And yet, nothing. No indication of anything like that. To the point where you're able to go out quite a distance. Nope, you shouldn't be here, friend. You're able to go out quite a distance, where Hadrick goes, this is as far as I dared follow it. These here tracks lead all the way up north. This here was some sort of a landslide, as far as I can tell.
A landslide, just naturally occurring, or caused by the Gargant.
One and the same, I think, mate, honestly. As far as I can tell.
Well, I think we've taken a quick glance.
Okay. So as you can see, there is essentially like a massive hollowed out underbit to the muddy sort of terrain here. Where it looks like the entire side of like this hill face has just slipped down.
I was hoping that the Gargant didn't use this as a toilet.
Not a toilet.
Let's see if, like, can I do an aware, see if anything in particular catches Arias' eyes? He's kind of like looking to see if there's anything of note within the landslide.
Make awareness for me. Roll. I need at least 1 5 up from you.
No worries. 2 dice with a 5 up.
Hey, Von Gulvar. Notice anything in the big crevice?
Grunion will look at that with his witch sight. Is he magic?
No magic, as far as you can tell.
The spell was not here. There are no traces.
I guess that's a good sign.
Two successes there, Bob.
2 successes. As you sort of look through the mud, you find 2 things. You find a small golden sort of amulet with a strange sort of... I'll describe that in a second once I've got the thing up in front of me. But slightly away from it, you find 2 bodies face down, buried in the mud.
Arias. He's bold enough. He'd go to see if either of them happen to be breathing still.
Going and checking over the bodies, neither of them are breathing, but you do recognize them. Oh. Ah, fuck's sake.
We can still read their names.
I know, it's just annoying because I want... but you would recognize the older witch hunter and his ally, who was an elven high elf.
Freya, get over here.
What is it? And noticing immediately the old witch hunter. The fool. And Freya would immediately go to kneel down in prayer, pray her respect, but then look to search him for any materials that would be either inclined as suspicious as to the motive of his death, because recently there has been the recorded cases of corpses rising that have not been looted.
Okay, so this is where things get specific, and I said the wrong thing earlier, but we'll get away with it, because I'm not going to tell you I said the wrong thing. You see that he is curled up. He is not crushed, which is what you would expect from a dead man, a gargant dead. He's not crushed. He has died to multiple stab wounds. It's like your average night out in London. He's been stabbed 6-7 times. You can see that his shotgun has been heavily discharged to the point where it is broken. He went down fighting. George, you're looking over the body of Naaman Kelft, and you can see that he has had his eyes plucked from his face by what looks to be like a sword blow that struck straight across the face. Neither of them look like they died to the Gargant, and both of them, with the successes you've got, Liam, both of them... Oh, actually, Liam, yeah, roll me an awareness. I want to see how many successes you get to tell you what you see.
Dien?
That's my point. I just want to see how many you get.
2.
You see that both of them have risen to zombies. However, they have been looted. You can see that they've been looted. In the sense of nothing has been taken, but they've clearly been worked over. But what isn't clear is what was being looked for. And like I say, you've got Cleft who's died fighting, and it looks like the witch hunter barreled. Despite fighting, it looks like he has curled up into the fetal position.
Does it look indicative that he was afflicted with a form of magical curse?
Ooh. I would say that's going to require a theology
Arcana?
check or arcana, but I would say you have someone who's very good who could help with this.
I'd be willing to do the check. Or I would be searching as well.
Okay. You roll me the arcana then, Pat.
DN?
Give me 2 5-ups and I'll be more specific. If you get 1, I'll give something less specific. If you get another, I'll give you a different one. 2 5-ups. He has not had magic cast on him which caused him to die. However, it does look like magic was cast on him afterwards.
Freya would have an epiphany.
Would I... Sorry.
No, go.
Could I tell what school of magic
With the 2 successes, you could tell that it is essentially what would be in D&D a Speak with Dead spell. However, there is a residue of it, like, left over. Kind of like someone asked, it's not actually Speak with Dead, so it's not, there's no limit on the questions. But like, kind of like someone asked 3 out of the 5 questions and then just ditched the body and left. That makes sense?
Yep. Your colleague is... magic is bidden.
Freya would fumble with the object in her pocket. You knew, didn't you? You old fool. I will find out one way or the other. And I will not forgive myself for using it. And she would bring out the orb that Harold gave her.
The Speak with Dead orb.
Yep.
Please take 3 points of damage. As you go in to reach for the orb, it singes the end of your fingers and burns, and you drop it into the mud, where the orb begins to glow with a hot red. But you see in I've forgotten you'd had this orb, that I gave you this. But you see in Barrel's hands, there appears to be a bluish glow. And I think everyone sees that at this point, if people want to slide along over.
How do I take damage on this character sheet?
You just count down, so go on combat, toughness, and drop it down to 6 on the left-hand box.
Cool. Freya would use the orb. Come back to me, you old fool, and explain yourself.
Mud vomits out of his mouth. The eyes roll in his head as the neck snaps up to look at you. You know from experience and research, you're not actually speaking with him. You're speaking with the memory of him. As such, he does need guidance. However, there is a strange... As I said, there is a residue of the other spell that was on him, the other Speak with Dead. And as such, he does seem more coherent than he otherwise would be.
What happened to your body whilst in the realm of the living, Barold? What did you do?
Many things. You get the feeling you need to be more specific.
How did you die?
Necromancer ambushed us.
Identify the necromancer.
We saw him. He came at us with walkers that ran us over. Looked like he'd been collecting them. Couldn't keep up with Naaman.
Ah. Do you know what allegiance this necromancer held?
No. No. Old fool. Never seen him before in my life.
And to your knowledge, what spell was cast upon you whilst you were dying.
Truth. Tried to get an information. Didn't succeed. Brain too strong for him.
What information were they after, Barold?
Your orb glows. If you're willing to suffer a bit more damage, you can allow him to show you. Like, you can allow his body to move. Right now, it's just the throat and the voice that, like, work.
Freya would grunt in pain and effectively grip his throat. Tell me everything.
He sort of rolls slightly, and his hands open where that blue glow is emanating from, this bluey-green glow. And he drops on the ground into the mud an amulet. Looks like that. This is the item, so it comes up as a shitty little square. My apologies. But he drops this golden amulet onto the ground with a blue gemstone.
Freya would immediately pick it up. What does this do?
It's a gift from...
You're cutting out, Bob. I cannot hear you.
He says, life for life. It is a gift of Alariel.
You were never a man of riddles in your life, Barold, and don't be one in death. What does this do?
Told you. Life. Comes with the Queen. And the eyes begin to roll in their head. Don't use it. Don't let him get it. And his
Freya would
head
pocket it.
cracks to the side, back into the mud. The
Freya
power.
would pocket it.
As you go to touch it, Freya, it's icy cold to the touch. Wheezing cold. But as the coldness of the amulet fades, the heat of the orb fades. And the orb in your other hand shatters to dust.
Freya would pocket the amulet and gesture to the others. 2 arms. Whatever is after this amulet is still after it.
It said itself that it was a gift from Alariel. That does beg the question to our very own Sylvaneth. Brandiel, was there anything in particular, any particular item that was able to trade a life for a life?
There is only a miracle of Ariandel, well, Ariane, that I can think of. Should the subject be willing or subjugated, their heart turns to wood and is plucked from their chest, turning into a wooden heart, and upon being buried in the land of life, will allow them to be born again.
Does make
But-
one wonder.
You know your AOS lore better than I do, David. What
This
is
is
it
just-
you're referring to?
There is an actual miracle for Sylvaneth where they're essentially, I think it's a soul test.
Okay.
If it's against an enemy, or it can be, or if the subject, or if the individual allows it, you essentially pluck their heart out, and it turns into wood / soul or whatever, and you would bury that within the Land of Life, and when 24 hours later they would come back, like body healed and all that, but they would have
Okay.
no memory of the time between when their heart was /soul was removed to when they were brought back. That's the only thing that he would know as a miracle of the Sylvaneth that is possible.
That's okay. You consider that. This amulet is not that. It's something you're unaware of, and you cast your mind back, Brandiel. It's certainly something that was once worn by Alariel. You think you remember perhaps seeing it on her. But when, you don't know. Are you keeping it purely to yourself, Liam, or are you, like, showing it to people?
Well, considering he said that Barold's last words were, "It's close again and it wants it," and my gesture was 2 arms, I suggest
His last words were to
something
keep
in
it
the meaning-
safe.
No, I thought you said that it's close again.
Oh, I don't think I said that, but don't worry, it's fine. It's not a stress. He was mostly telling you to keep it safe. For obvious reasons.
In which case, I would bring the amulet out and show it.
Okay. You're sort of showing it
Yeah.
round.
When I look at it using my sight, is it like, does it look like a spell on it or an actual proper miracle?
Yes and yes. Is your sight just automatic, or are there any dice
I
rolls
don't-
to roll?
It's automatic. It's at your discretion to see.
Okay, in that case, I want you. I want rolls. Roll me an Arcana check. I will, for your sight, I will give you the basics automatically. But if you get 3 6s, I will give you specifics.
Okay, I'll try. Oh, I've got 2 of them.
Does anyone want to attempt to help? I will allow 1 other Arcana.
I just can't imagine me knowing anything about spells, unfortunately.
I would assist with the Arcana.
Fair enough. George, you may not know anything about Arcana, but I would like you to roll a... what's it fucking called? An intuition check.
Intuition.
Yes, please, sir.
Particular DN?
No. Because you... this is against yourself.
Ah.
I'll also say, Jacob, you roll an intuition check, 1 4 up. As well.
I have a feeling as to what my mind will be cast back to.
You do?
Yes.
Hope not. Huh?
Oh,
Go on.
it's just something that I thought might have been related. No stress.
Message me what you're thinking. It might be. Message me, because I'm genuinely interested to see what you think it might be. There we go. Ooh. Partly, but not what I'm going for. We'll see.
Gotcha.
So, on Orias, we'll come to you. Where's the Arcana? There it is. And was anyone going to help with the Arcana? We need 1 6 up to try and improve
yes.
that score.
Yes, I was. I agreed to assist.
I'll roll for you, Jacob. My apologies, I didn't see your message. Jacob passed as well.
Do you need me to make the check myself?
Yes, please.
So we need 1 6 up.
Yes.
Succeeded.
Succeeds. Okay, starting this left to right then. On the Arcana check, between Freya, Drenian, and Brendil, you would know that this is the Amulet of Alariel. It is an item that is long lived in her possession. It is like a personal piece of jewelry to the Queen. It is magical. You can see that it is deeply magical in the sense of it is a magical artifact that has powers and ability and no small degree of sentience. It is also magical in the sense that it is heavily protected, and any attempt to open it without the proper rites will result in absolute damnation. So it's a magical item with an ability, but it has a spell cast on it to protect it. However, it is also a living item.
Yeah, Drinian is not touching that.
No, I can't tempt you.
It's hurting him to look at this. It's giving off so much power.
George, as you look at it, you remember it. And it's a shame almost that your lizardman ally has departed back to the spiritual realm. Because he was there in this battle against the forces of Nurgle. You saw this amulet bouncing off the chest of Alariel herself as she fought from the back of, I believe she has like a dire stag beetle that she fights on. This amulet was a gift. Long ago in the age of myth, it was a gift given to Sigmar by the Sylvaneth, or at very least by the Queen of Light and Life and Renewal. But also, George, on that intuition, you could learn more. I'm willing to give you much more, but you need to hold it. And as you consider that, Krag, on your success, the amulet is worth more drops than you could ever possibly imagine. There wouldn't be an ocean of drops that could match this amulet in value. Just so you know.
Freya, may I make a request?
I may regret this, Orias, but what?
May I hold it? I have recollections of it. The amulet was given to... Hang on. The best way to say it looked very much like the very same amulet that the goddess Alariel gave to Sigmar. The very same, and perhaps I could take a closer look. However, something doesn't seem right.
This
More
amulet... Sorry, go ahead.
More so in the idea of such an item being on... And I do not wish to insult your colleague, but why does a witch hunter hold such a relic?
This witch hunter is in possession of this relic for a reason, Orias. And for any other reason insinuated such as theft will be met with staunch consequence.
My point
But yes...
My point more being, if it is the item, for what reason was it given to him? But what if it's not?
If it is, then it is for neither of us to question. If it is not, that is for the investigation of this entire party. For the replication of such a near divine artifact, I will be most angry at those who dare attempt it. And Slowly, Freya would extend the amulet out to Arias.
Arias wouldn't rush to take it. He's not gonna be needy about this.
Your
But he is
hand
intrigued.
slowly moves towards the amulet, Arias, and it's dwarfed by your plate-armored gauntlet, to say the least. As your hand begins to approach it, it is warm to the touch, welcoming. And that's when you hear a voice. A voice of a young child. Do we have to go? I don't want to go. And the voice, George, is so familiar. You can't place where you've heard it before. But as your hand gets closer, the voice gets stronger. If you touch it, if you open it, you'll find out.
He would take it.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I do either a theology or a devotion to see if maybe even subconsciously does he know the rites? Does he know perhaps a passage he has to recite?
The theology to know the rites. I'm going to need you to seed 6 sixes.
Oh,
Ugh, I'm not gonna get that.
I can try and help.
Sure.
How dare you try and break into my MacGuffin?
I've got 3 dice.
I've broken into your MacGuffin in a bathhouse at 2 campaigns now. Let us RP.
For context, that was the NPC who was going to sell you this item.
Turns out I paid for it.
You're welcome to give it a go, George.
Or Soulfire.
I can't use Soulfire.
I would also not allow it in this context.
Rude.
I don't think Arias could open it per se if he's almost certain he's not going to know the rites. But I think he'd still do a theology because he's still trying to determine, is this the real, I guess, genuine article, you know?
To see if it's genuine, I just want 1 4-up. Actually, make it a 3-up.
On theology.
On theology.
Two successes.
2 successes. There is no replicating an item of this magnitude. There simply is none. This is the amulet that you've seen in your vision. It can be no other.
And can he try to dwell on like the voice that was starting to ring in his head?
Yeah, absolutely. Make an intuition check. I'm not going to tell you the DM.
No worries. I got a 5 and a 4.
5 and a 4. It's, like I say, it is a voice that is so familiar. Eerily so, like you've heard it every day. But you can't place it. Simply cannot place it.
You missed the part where the doors.
Arias would kind of like examine the kind of like amulet. It's very clear that he was very tempted to open it, and his hand almost hovered over like going to do so. But then he slowly moves his hand away, and would like go to give it back to Freya and keep it close. It's, as far as I can see, it is no fake. This may be genuinely it. It's messing with my head. Something sounded so familiar, yet so distant. I can't put my finger on it.
Then with the utmost respect, Arias, relinquish the amulet to my custody until further notice.
Yes. You're right, yes. As he, like, somewhat disturbed, but still would go to give it back to Freya.
As you go to give the amulet to Freya, please make me a mind check. You need 1/6.
Oh,
You go to give it back to Freya, but you lock eyes, and there's just this thought you can't get out of your head, George. Why are you trusting her with this? This amulet is so important, it's so powerful. You can feel the presence of Alariel in it. And it was given to Sigmar. She may be an inquisitor of Sigmar, but you are a Stormcast. You should hold on to it.
I think, as like he's kind of reaching out to go to give it, there is like that son like tense as like his grip tightens on it. It's like,
would Freya see this?
Yes, I think so.
My instruction to you to hand over the amulet is not misplace, Arias. If you have the sudden urge to keep it within your possession, all the more reason to surrender it. Your mind is your own, and an artifact of Sigmar or not, it is within the possession of the Inquisitors for a reason. And until that reason is discovered, it shall remain in the possession of Inquisitors.
Could try and see if magic from the locket has gone into Orice's head, like messing with him?
With your sight, you can see that the locket isn't like fully sealed. The seams of it are slightly open, like tiniest amount, invisible to the naked eye. And there is this pale silvery light emerging from it that is trying to flow into him. It doesn't appear to be malicious. Make an Arcana check. I will allow the help action on this if you describe it to those around you, but you will need 3 successes to see what this is.
There's something leaking from that locket. So just regular 4-1, or sorry, 4-3.
You need 2 6s. I love that George has messaged me what he thinks it is. You guys know so much more of the AOS lore than me that you're like, oh my god, it's this thing, and I'm sat here like, fucking what?
no, to be fair, it's purely coincidental when you said silver. It's just hallowed night lore.
Got you. I was gonna say, I don't know what the fuck that is. Sorry.
Can I be perfectly open as to what I was?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Also, do roll in Pat. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just checking, is there any help actions or?
Is anyone, as Pat describes this light, does anyone give the help action?
No.
Dick.
I mean, I can, but
Why
it's not
would
really
I?
doing much.
How could I help? This is my wheelhouse.
For the for what I said hello, Silver Saint, to Bob because funnily enough, one of the blessings from Alariel to the Hallowed Knights was they sometimes see a figure roaming their Stormkeep, basically a silver figure called the Silver Saint, which the Hallowed Knights revere.
Well, you know. Unfortunately,
No
it's not that.
successes.
This is one that, if you want, I can tell you would be an interesting choice for a Soulfire. But if anyone is going to give the help or anything, we'll do that first.
Would Freya even be able to give that help?
Yes, absolutely.
Go on then.
Okay. Give it a reroll for me, Pat.
I'll do.
I'll do the help action that way. I know that's not rules as written, but sod it.
And it's just a bonus die for the help action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. You might get. You might get more. 2 seconds. Oh, sorry. I thought I had a talent for it, but no. You just get the 1.
Okay.
Oof.
Nope.
Well, unless you're burning soul, there's nothing we can do, and we'll move on.
The lure of
I don't
odds.
think
You're
it's a
all-
good-
You're lucky as shit.
That's rough. That is rough. Not a single 6 in 2 rolls.
I don't think this is a good use of Soulfire, because it's rolled now, all we can use it is for a reroll, not all 6s.
Fair. In that case, whatever this silvery substance is, you simply do not know. It is, again, familiar, but you can't be certain.
Given I'm not aware of what this is, and it seems to be trying to affect the Stormcast, and I want to make a good impression,
Oh no.
could I attempt to unbind it?
Sure, you need 50 successes. This is
Okay,
this is divine level. Like, I'm afraid. Essentially, no. This is it's an item that belonged to a god. There's no unbinding this, in that sense.
This magic is beyond my capabilities.
And is the kind of urge tonight to not give it back mandatory, or is it more? I'm
Mhm.
now more compelled to. now not
Anytime
give
you
it?
attempt to relinquish this item, that check must be made.
So I can't do this multiple times in one go, in one scene, effectively.
You can keep trying it, yeah, but we'll role play it every time for the sake of, in-party conflict.
I think with Freya's words, I'm going to give it one more go. But
Yeah.
if that fails, then I will have to play more stubbornly with Arias, because I don't want to just.
No, usually the rule is you can try, you can never re-roll a re-roll, but again, always willing to be a little funky on these things.
Purely because
Always try and give it to me.
You'll sell
Don't
it.
you dare.
she's making a point of it, of which I'm not one to I'm not to throw caution to the wind. But if this thing has external influence, then it was a mind check, right?
It was indeed.
That's a no.
You
Well,
simply do
worse.
not. There is something about this thing that makes you not want to give it up.
I'm going to ask a very strange question.
Hmm.
Could I use my crafting skill to kind of investigate, to kind of basically see the quality of its make, any intricate details in the actual thing?
He's
Sure.
performing an evaluation. Shoot him.
Yeah, sure. Without touching it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, just roll a single 6 up.
Okay.
While Crag is checking it out,
Mhm.
Drinian will turn to Brandil. It is odd, Reverend. I would have thought one of your kind would have died before seeing that amulet in anyone else's hands.
This is to Brandil, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah, just touch. Is David still putting Jacob to bed?
No, I'm back now. Sorry.
No?
Yeah, no. D's down and shit. What is this? There we go. Fucking thing. Mike,
Hmm.
the little mute button sometimes bugs out when I press it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just lost complete focus on what I was going to say now. My brain has just gone blank. That's great.
I'll re-ask the question. Might help.
Yeah.
Basically, Drinian is asking, or well, pointing out this amulet is connected to you. Why are you leaving the Stormcast hold it?
So because it was, right. Thanks. I'll get back in character now. The amulet was a gift to Sigmar, and as such, as much as I would love to return it to my lady, it has been gifted to Sigmar, and as such is his possession. To take it back from him would be a dishonor both to Sigmar, but also to my goddess. Not been
What is
gifted, I would have claimed it back and fought. I still do not wish to see a piece of Lady RNL's jewelry handled haphazardly. However, I will give him benefit of the doubt and allow him to care for it for now. However, as is the way of Stormcast, I'm aware that he will be taken to battlefields at random intervals, and as such, Arias, are you sure it is best for it to stay with you?
Good point.
Given how you may be summoned elsewhere at any given time.
With that query, I will say, George, if you want to repeat the check. Oh, sorry, with the help action, repeat the check.
It was a 6 up on 3 dice.
Statistically 50-50.
Any other help actions? Because I don't want to hold on to this thing. I don't want to piss off Freya. She's got a gun.
Yeah, would you thematicize an intimidating move as an assist, Bob?
Yes, because you're kind of moving to snatch it out of his hands, in a sense. So yes, I can allow that.
Freya would, and I mean nothing by this, George. I'm sorry.
Kill
Freya
him.
would bring out one of her pistols and point it at him. I shall not ask again.
2 dice.
Yeah, 2 dice.
One witch hunter has already died.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm the most objectively neutral person here to hold on to it.
It will be sold within the hour.
Why
Yeah,
would I
Crag-
sell it?
Oh,
Crag Bay.
Nagran, you call this a functional party?
there's actually got training here. I get 3 dice total now, because he actually has training intimidation. Sweet. Alright, I'm on 5 dice on a 6 up. Let's give this a whirl.
Oh, I'm afraid. despite the compelling arguments, and you know there is reason to their words, your hand continues to hold on to the amulet. And for a second you blink, and you're looking up at a man who's significantly taller than you. As you reach up to take his hand, and he looks down at you, kindly. It's going to be alright, Arias. It's going to be alright. Not everyone's cut out for the city guard. You'll be fine, I promise. And it fades, and you cannot give this thing away. That's the last time I'll allow the roll for now.
Kind of like where
Does Freya shoot him?
Yes.
I think as like Arias had it kind of like dangling in front to give it to Freya, he then basically like pulls it back to and then clasps his palms around it at this point to further his grip. I believe this would be better kept with me for the time being, Freya. I do apologize. If this is indeed meant to be a gift to Sigmar, it must be returned to him.
Your apology is hollow, ineloquent, and unrequired.
Bitter.
As a pious individual, your foresight is pathetic. One witch hunter is already dead because of that amulet. If he is on a mission sanctioned by the Inquisition, I will see it through. Do not test me.
Big assumption that your friend here was sanctioned.
A big assumption for an individual who knows nothing of our creed.
Right.
I know about greed, though.
Let's calm it down a little bit. Freya, put your gun away. Arias, if you lose that, we'll kill you. As long as you understand that, keep holding it.
It'll be kept on my persons at all times.
Perfect. If you're unsure, I'm the neutral party here, it seems, very clearly. Hand it to me, because I won't hand it to any of you fuckers anyways.
Freya would bring the pistol in your direction. If it
Point that
leaves,
at me all you... Point that at me all you want. I wasn't the one that came in.
make your jokes all you like, dwarf. But if it leaves...
Well...
But if it leaves Arias's hands, it will either be because he is ordered to do so by Sigmar himself, or I will take it from him if he proves incapable. One witch hunter is already dead, and I invite you, Arias, to look at his corpse.
To be fair, he has an argument. If one witch hunter died while holding it, maybe let's not have the other witch hunter hold it and also die. He has a fair, compelling thought on that one. So maybe let's calm it down. Okay? Because we're currently fighting something that could literally step on us and kill us. So maybe let's get our focus into what we're actually here for. Because I feel like everyone seems to have forgotten about it after they're seeing this magical little amulet.
Your feelings are noted. But I remind
You say magical amulet? Hello.
Oh, Sigmar!
Da 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 da.
For fuck's sake. I just realised what you were humming.
But I will remind you that as allies, you have a funny way of showing it. And Freya would storm off.
Where?
Nagrin, I thought you said this was a settled party? Is it often that the fiery one points a gun at your face?
This is an exceptional circumstance.
Why? You're Stormcast. You could kill her with one swing.
It is not my place to do so. Not without cause.
Are you not the leader? Should she not listen to your commands?
My place here within the binding is that from a vision of Sigmar. None can get in between me and my quest, and the quest seems to entail protecting this binding to be. I'm not, though I can perhaps be a point of combat leadership, it is not my place to lead them.
But should she be a devout of Sigmar, would she not see you as an extension of him? Part of his body, his will? Why does she fight with you?
Perhaps. He would go to pick up the witch Barrel's corpse. He's like, they're going to make sure they're not just left in the mud.
Winston sort of moves over to you. I shall carry them. Leave.
But to answer Johnny's questions, there are many within the cities of Sigmar who hold to the same faith in different interpretations. Some may see me as an angel sent by Sigmar himself onto the battlefields against the forces of chaos, death, and destruction, while some may look at me in fear, perhaps as a reflection of his will, or maybe a perversion. It is not my place to say who can view me as what. I know my purpose. I know I serve him true. However, I cannot sway everyone to revere me, and I would not dare do so. Such is against that of my Stormhost's beliefs. We, as Stormcast, are given so much in the way of power, strength, and ability. It is only our duty to give it back to the servants of Sigmar themselves. So it matters little to me what they think of me as an image. Only that I get to do my duty.
Only ends in death.
If only if I was so lucky, Bob.
Well. As that is said, a few things are put together. The Gargant was following the amulet. The Gargant was following the living spell and the amulet. The amulet is like a beacon, as also the living spell was drawn to it as well. The longer you have this thing on your person, the more shit is going to go down. Just so you know.
I imagine. I reckon this will be an attraction to any sorts of spirits and undead alike.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you sort of return back to the cart where Brendil goes, well, that was all way above my pay grade. Hopefully it's all settled now, though. Everyone, hey-ho, chip.
Absolutely. Never been better.
I was hoping to have a quick chat with Freya, if possible.
Yeah. He sort of nods and steps to the side. Be my guest. If you want to know where the Gargant went, the tracks end up that way. If you keep going that way, you'll end up at the cliff face. I'm going to head back to the farm. It's getting late. Best of luck to you all.
Be well, Hadrick.
And you. Sigmar's blessings.
What is it that I can help you with, Crag?
And I've got to say this, to be fair. I apologize. Genuinely, everything was getting very serious up there with, many threats. It's unbecoming of a new party anyways, but doesn't mean what I said up there was fair.
One dead witch hunter is inconsequential to most who worship Sigmar. I am not blind enough to know that we are universally hated by many who we come across. We are not popular. We are not populated. And neither are we grieved for when we pass. It is right to assume that it is not impossible for Barold to have that amulet for ill purpose. But it is right for me to defend the honor of one of my kin. I believe and have faith that he had that amulet for a purpose. For if it is well placed amongst the Stormcast, then surely it would have found its way to them. And given the almost unholy attraction that Arias seems to have taken with it, it reinforces my belief that Barold's acquisition of this artifact is nothing correct. Prizing that artifact from Arias would be nothing short of taking it from his cold, dead hands. You see how much of a repeater pistol assisted in that persuasion.
Rhea, you're saying this as if I don't agree with you.
You didn't then. Your apology is accepted. Do not falter
Also-
that.
Well, yes, I, had to be a middle ground to kind of to calm things down. I agree there. But I feel you've made one misconception, Freya, with one thing you've just told me. You say that witch hunters like yourself won't be grieved on death. But I'm sure at least you'll have one person that will grieve your death if you do go. Now, knowing this, shall we move on?
Now, Crag, that was almost mistaken for sentiment. But yes, we should move on.
Or just know sentiment is priceless. And that is everything to a Dwarden.
Freya would take that and mull on that for a long ass while.
That's a good quote.
Come on, you fuckers.
That's
We
going
need
to
to
be
fucking move on
that's
if you
going to be
can.
that's going to be the title of the episode, I think. As you follow the tracks, eventually they do disappear. The creature having climbed or moved. But you follow them, and eventually you find a set of stone steps that are leading up to essentially a destroyed outpost, an abandoned military outpost. And you're able to look out, and you can see, as it is night here and dark, you can see that this is a beautiful cliff edge where you can see I forget exactly what it's called, but the oceans of Shaiish stretching out away from you. Those oceans are usually so haunting and reviled. And indeed, even from here, you can see deep within them the geists and ghouls that live there, flitting in between the waves.
Boom.
But at night, in the dark, it is quite beautiful.
Brian will definitely be standing at the cliff, taking in the fresh sea air.
Mm.
This is even getting fond memories of swimming under the sea. This is the actual sea he's from.
It is. This is
Yeah.
your ocean.
Freya would move to, I think, sorry, is it Drinian, is this?
Dryan.
Dryan. Freya would move to stand beside Drinian, looking over the ocean. As much as I don't agree with your side of belief, I cannot deny that I've always marveled at the beauty of the ocean.
You surface dwellers miss much.
Surface dwellers miss most things, Dranian. Although I would say the same for yourselves, there are so many things under the ocean. But equally, not many of your ilk choose to make landfall. There are marvels here of our own.
If anyone wishes to press
yet
J,
to
by
see
the way,
any.
your mission objectives have updated.
I've yet to see any of these marvels.
I would perhaps one day take you to the capital. You'd be, no offense, under a particularly heavy cloak. But it has its beauty. The ivory towers do glisten like gold, especially during the sunset. Not unlike the sunset of the ocean. Yours a liquid gold, the ivory towers.
Ivory towers. Using the pale to reef of every color you could imagine. Leviathans larger than even the Scaragant.
That is a marvel. You should see some of our festivals, though. Many citizens cannot hold their drink, mind, and they do get a bit rowdy, but celebrations of our people. There is a reason why we are quite well known for our ale.
I thought it was the Nurgrin, who are the drunken fools.
Well, I suppose you have your version of it down below the waves?
As this is happening, you are investigating around. There is no sign of life here. This place is long dead. But even as you walk, the ground crunches beneath your feet. I'd like you all to make a nature check for me. You need 1 5 Okay.
I was going to ask them, just looking down from the cliff that I'm standing on, could I tell if it is deep water, if it's a deep water cliff, or one that would be...
You fill your nose with the ocean scent. Yeah. If someone falls into that water, there's no surfacing.
What'd you say the DM was for the nature?
Just 1 4
Are we all making it, or just
Anyone who wants to.
aside from me?
Got it.
Okay.
I'll make one.
So did Crag and so did Freya. Everybody seems to be getting it.
Damn.
Yep.
This
Just
place...
6 ups that we have challenged with.
This place is... tainted. You can smell the wrongness here. And as you look out across the ocean, you start to hear the sounds of metal dragging through mud. But before we go to the combat that is about to be sprung on you, and we'll probably come to next week, the last thought that goes through your mind before anything else is that if you could somehow lure the Gargant here and chase it off the edge of the cliff, this would be the perfect place to kill it without having to run the risk of being killed by it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Pushing it in with the tower is a very solid idea. I hadn't thought of that, but I like that.
It's
Like,
angled towards the ocean as well.
It is.
So
That's
we
not
can get it
intentional.
kind of here.
When I built this map, there's a few things I wanted very specifically. I wanted these 2 destroyed pillars, because on investigation, had we gone over there, these are the remains of a destroyed temple. And I wanted this tower, which specifically is there to show that this was like a lookout spot for the ocean, right? But that bit wasn't planned for. I quite like that. But as you guys form up, Winston nervously, and as he sort of skitters around, you identify that sound that is all around you. Dragging chains in the mud. As you see the ghouls of night, which artworks aren't loading for some reason. But you are surrounded by chain rasps, dread blades, and and you hear horses' hooves. The ghouls have come for you. But that is where we will pick up next week. Sound good?
Yes.
Annoyingly. Okay, that one loaded. It's these guys. It's the chain rasps.
Yes.
These are dread wardens, but yeah. The actual chain rasps, annoyingly, are just showing up like that. But next week we will come back to you clearing this place and defeating the chain rasps. Or dying. TPK is always an option as well. Sound good?
I'm eternal, I can never be TPK'd.
Alright. In that case, as ever, we have been Tattletales RPG, but the table may indeed be virtual, but you are most certainly welcome at it. Bye for now.
Unless you're Arcon's Castellus, in which case you're not welcome. Fuck off.
You son of a bitch.